from school I'll be. Not as a schoolgirl will I be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. 3 little maids from school, everything is a source of glee. Nobody's safe and we care for none.
Life is a joke that's just begun.
3 little maids from school. 3 little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary. 3 from genius tutelary. 3 little maids from school. 3 little maids from school. 1 little maid is a bride young. 2 little maids in attendance come.
3 little maids is a total sum.
3 little maids from school. For 3 little maids take 1 away. 2 little maids remain and they
Won't have to wait very long, they say.
3 little maids from school. 3 little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary. 3 from a genius tutelary. 3 little maids from school. 3 little maids from school.
How do I follow that? This is God's plan for the aging. Most seniors never get enough exercise, so in his wisdom, God decreed that seniors would become forgetful. So they have to search for all their glasses, keys and everything, thus making them do more walking. And God thought this was good. And then he saw another need. In his wisdom, he made seniors lose coordination so that they would drop things, requiring them to bend, reach and stretch. And God looked down and saw that was good. And then God considered the function of the bladders and decided seniors would have additional calls of nature requiring more trips to the bathroom and thus providing more exercise. And God thought this was very good. So if you find as you age you are getting up and down more, remember it's God's will. It's best in your interest, even though you mutter under your breath. Now please share this wisdom with others while I find my glasses and go to the bathroom. And this one I think gives ladies exercise. It's called the duvet hassle. I pulled it out a while ago from the washing machine. The colours look bright. Now it's been cleaned, now it's nice and clean. Taking a duvet cover off a double bed is hell. And then the wretched thing requires replacing back as well. Now I face this awesome task and I wonder how I'll cope. No one's at home to lend a hand, but while there's life, there's hope. This duvet's very cumbersome, which doesn't help at all. It bunches up, it won't lie fat, it drives me up the wall. Hooray, the cover's on at last. I'm shattered from the strain. One thing's for sure, an age will pass before it's washed again.
Well, we thought it was time Probus had its choir. The cathedral got a special choir, and God required a special choir. So we've got a Probus special choir. And we've done a special arrangement tonight. I know, or this morning I should say. I know it's just a nursery rhyme, but it's a special arrangement of Ba Ba Black Sheep.
I'm sorry about this. I shouldn't be here, really. Cheers, sir.
All right, are we all right now? Yeah.
Oh, we started, Roger.
Yeah.
Down on the throat.
A really fruity.
It's the time of year. Coffee choir, is Thank you.
All right now? Right, how about black sheep?
Oh, we got it. Everybody, I'll go. Oh,
Oh dear, I don't know.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. With your kind permission, I would like to do a recreation of a scene from Charles Dickens' immortal Oliver Twist. In this, I shall be playing not only the part of Bill Sykes, Nancy, Fagin, the Artful Dodger, and the dog as well. Nancy! Nancy! Where are you, Nancy?
I'm here, darling.
Who are you?
Well, Nancy was a scrubber. That's near enough.
Who are you?
I'm a wall-to-wall.
Wall to wall?
Yes, I'm a cleaner. I do all the carpets. Surely you've heard of wall-to-wall carpets.
You've got a nerve.
That's funny. We were saying the same thing about you. I've had a word with the president, and he says I could come on and give a short burst. I play the spoons.
You play the spoons? What do you play?
Well, given the following wind, I might give you Flight of the Bumblebee.
And if you hadn't got a following wind?
Well, it might be the bells of St Mary's.
I'm sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. I shall now give you Oliver Twist. Don't just stand there. Get off.
Go on, leave him alone. Let me get on with it.
Why don't you do that other thing? Charles Dickens wrote David Huddersfield.
You can't help me in this.
Let me do something. I could play the dog. Where is he? Mr. President, let me play something in this sketch.
Yes, go on, let him play something.
No, he couldn't.
Rubbish, get on with it.
Oh, yes, he could.
Oh, no, he can't. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, no, he can't. Oh, yes, he can. I can't go on.
Let's do community sing. They like that. Let's do My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. Tell them how to do it. The modus operandi.
My bonnie lies over the ocean. The first word beginning with the letter B, I want you all to stand up. Alright, and sit down on the next letter B. Alright, so all stand up on the first letter B and sit down on the next letter B. Right, let's see what happens. My bonnie lies over the ocean. My bonnie lies over the sea. My bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my bonnie to me. Bring back, oh bring back my bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh bring back my bonnie to me. That was a load of rubbish, wasn't it? I didn't know we had percussion, but you could hear it from here. Right. Just see once more, and if we could get a few, you don't need to go to those exercises Peggy was on about. Right, just once more then. My bonnie lies over the ocean. My bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean, so bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh bring back my Bonnie to me. Short reading here. It's called The Birds and the Bees. I'd reached the age of 14 and hadn't started courting. And my mum was getting worried about me. She said, Dad, it's time you told him all about the birds and the bees. And he said, birds and bees, and sat me on his knee. He said, now, remember Uncle Joe? There's a note in it. And that picnic a while ago, how I went off into the woods with Auntie Pat. And how I chased old Riley's daughter, and what happened when I caught her. I said, yeah, he said, well, birds and bees does that. Dad works very hard. Well, he's got 10 kids to feed. Well, 10 and 7/10 to be precise. And we all wear hand-me-downs. And I'm the youngest, and the others are all girls, so it ain't very nice. Dad said, it's time you got wed. I said, I'd rather drop down dead. He said, how about old Maud from Ilkley Down? I said, Maud? Not very likely. She's been out with half the chaps in Ilkley. He said, well, Ilkley's not really quite a small town. He said, you've got to get a wife. You can't go on enjoying life. Or folks will think you're strange and start to frown. I said, look, why should I buy a book when there's a thriving lending library in the town? One day, I found a little friend. He was up in Badger's End. A little pigeon fell down by my feet. His feathers were flecked with red. And at first, I thought he was dead. Then I knelt, and I felt his little heart still beat. I cupped him in my hands, and I ran home to my mam. And she said, son, I'm as proud of you as I can be. You're thoughtful and you're kind, and you've got a gentle mind. And that'll do a treat for your old man's tea. Try to keep up, come on. I said, you shall not touch my bird. And without another word, I took him in my room and shut the door. And then I bathed him, and I warmed him, and I nursed him back to health. Because you see, I'd never really had a little friend before. That's good, that was right. I'm looking for things like that, yeah. I taught him little tricks like playing dead and picking up sticks, and the village girls, they brought birdseed every day. Dad, you can't come in, I'd shout, or my birdie will fly out. But of course I let village girls all stay. We had a visit from our beauty queen, and that great big Betty Mavery. She's got her own aviary. She's got the biggest parakeets I've ever seen. Dad said you ought to let him go, said Mum. Oh no, you just want to get some shooter's practice in. But the vicar said, my son, it really isn't done. And to lock up a wild thing is a sin. One morning when all was still, I took him up on Badger's Hill. I lost the only little friend I'd had that day. Yeah. Not a word I said, I just kissed his little head, and I opened my hands, and he watched him fly away. He circled up and round, and then he settled on the ground. And off he went straight up into the sky. And then I looked, and I could see he was flying back to me. And then he swooped, and he pooped right in my eye. I thought, that's ruddy rude, because of course there's gratitude. And I thought, they hope they never cross a pigeon with a cow. And Dad said, here, there I see a caper. I'll go and get some paper.
I said, don't be daft, he's miles away by now. Dad said, I know you lost a friend, but it's really not the end. You'll be married and have a family of your own quite soon. Well, I never said a word, but you see, that little bird had lured 18 little ravers up into my room. The open road. My name's Dick. Big Dick. Shout. My name's Dick. Big Dick. Tricky Dicky. Dick Whittington to you. I'm going to make a journey. I've lived all my life in Kingswood, and I want to see the wider world. Can't seem to find work here, and I'm a hard worker. I went on a holiday trip to Ireland with Noel and his friends. But times were hard there, so I didn't stay. Think I'll make my way to Bristol. They say the streets are paved with gold and chewing gum. I'll try and hitch a lift. It's a good way from here. I do wish the metro was invented, and it has certainly served my problems. If I can make my fortune in Bristol, I can find a nice girl and settle down and raise a family. But I think I'll rest a while. This is all visual stuff now you're seeing. Come on.
Meow! Meow! Meow!
Hello, puss.
Meow!
Where have you come from?
Meow!
Don't be frightened.
Oh, wow!
You don't look very well.
No! Ah.
You are very thin.
Ooh! Meow!
Are you hungry?
Meow!
I think I've got a sardine in
Oh,
my bag.
meow! Meow!
Don't over... Come on, snuggle up. Snuggle up. Good, good, good. I'm off on my travels. Do you want to come with me?
Meow!
I'll see you well fed and warm, and you'll be good company.
Meow!
Come on, puss. We must be on our way before Noel puts you in the
Oh,
cab.
meow!
We should do a few miles before the end of the day. Think I might dash off a few emails to see if I can get some work. Off we go. End of scene 1. Turn the music up, Roy.
Are you all right, Father dear? You've been looking tired today. This shop must be getting too much for the two of us, but I don't know what to do.
Well, I've been thinking about that, my daughter. Look, I've made a sign. Put it up in the window. I know you know the power of advertising. It might bring some help for both you and me. Put it up, High Blossom. We might get a call from a passerby.
Come on. Oh, look. There's a sign in that shop saying help's wanted. I'm looking for work, sir. I'm young and strong. I belong to Probus. We don't allow drinking, smoking, gambling, bawdiness or fornication.
Are there many of you?
Not many. No, I'll soon learn the business and it won't take me long. I'll work very hard and make a fortune, and you will prosper too.
Welcome aboard then, lad. And your cat. Start right away, there's plenty to do. Alice, my daughter, will show you the ropes. And I wish you success with all your high hopes.
Oh, sir, you're the one I've been dreaming about. I'll show you the ropes. There's no doubt here.
Footballer's legs. I've just met a girl I've been dreaming about. She's a smasher. I'll really charm her and make her my wife. Then I'll be happy for the rest of my life. Come on, Puss. Our luck has changed. We deserve a break, and tomorrow we'll be off to make our fortune. Well, that's like...
Hang on a moment. If Arnold is watching, this is the first time you've ever seen me with a duster.
Well, that's my work done for today. Things are definitely going our way. Shall we go for a walk before tea?
Oh, yes, and you can whisper sweet nothings.
You shouldn't have done it. I put trust in you. That's really wicked. Clear out. You've really hurt me. Take that monkey with you.
No!
What have I done?
You've stolen my money. 20 quid is missing from the till. Just thinking about it made me quite ill. I treated you like a son. Stealing from me was really bad.
Oh, Father, I love Dick. It can't be true. He wouldn't do such a thing. It must be a mistake.
Of course it is. I'm not a thief. To accuse me is beyond belief. Farewell, my love. My heart breaks to go. Steady, now don't overdo it, Joe. I'll seek my fortune in a foreign land. But I'll work night and day, and one day I will return to claim your hand. Come on, Puss. This is a setback, but now we will leave and go to Avonmouth. Campbell's steamers sail from there to foreign lands, and we can try and make our fortune. Can you hear the bells? Yes. Good, good. Can you hear what the bells are saying? No. I shall one day be president of Probus. That's what my future holds for me. I shall return. Box. You could walk round like that, Joe. Put the box in.
Things are looking bad. I'm really worried. There are giant rats in all the streets and people are afraid. There's terror in the town and we can't seem to stop it. If anyone could stop, I would give half my fortune.
Well, here we are, Puss. But the streets are very quiet and bare, except for that old seafarer over there. And it, oh, hello, old chap. What's happened to your town? We heard it was a prosperous place. Looks run down. Has Brexit happened already?
Well, it certainly was all right, but it's been invaded by an army of giant rats and has left us all very afraid. The leader, a nasty piece of work, called King Rat, and he's threatened to kill us all. Unless we can stop him, we're doomed. Doomed. The rats have taken over the harbour, the ships can't cope. We need a miracle to give us hope, or our fate is sealed.
Do not despair, my friend. I think we have a solution. With the help of my cat here, we will take care of things. Go now, Puss. You know what to do.
Go quickly. Here comes King Rat now.
My evil work is done. It has been great. Did I shock you so much? My giant rats are now delivering the final blow. They will bring all the humans down. I will have them in my power. My time has come. Actually, they should be back by now. Why aren't they answering my call? I'm a touch worried. They are overdue. Wondered what has happened to them. Meow! 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 Meow!
My faithful cat has chased them all away. They're all drowned. So your evil plans have gone astray. And now you can answer to me.
Have mercy.
Have mercy on me. I will mend my wicked ways.
Oh, let him go. He can't do any more harm. He will come when I whistle. Here's to go.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You've earned it. Now, go back to Bristol. Farewell, brave cat. Come on, let's spread the good news. As for you, King Rat, you can come too. There's plenty of nasty jobs for you to do. Avonmouth will again be known and loved well. Perhaps we can get Dennis Mahoney, the Squire of Staple Hill, to come down and run a pub lunch. All men will marvel at the tales we shall tell.
Off we go.
We sings up Bedminster down. Oh, virtue and industrial, 3 cheers for Novers Ill. If the City don't win Saturday, perhaps the Rovers will. Virtue and industrial, shout it to the neighbour. Virtue and industrial, and CD down the Labour.
Oh, I wish I'd not turned young Dick away. I found out he's not a thief. I remember I took the 20 quid from the till to pay my Probus subs. And then forgot. My memory's getting very bad. I really didn't want the treasurer after me. Worst of all, I didn't want one of his threatening letters. I wish Dick would come back so I could tell him. Oh, Push! Oh, Push, you've come home. Is Dick with you?
Meow.
I heard what you said. I bear you no ill. I've come back to marry Alice, if she still loves me. Alice?
I do!
I tried to find you to say I'm sorry. I'm so forgetful. But things did not go my way. Can you forgive me?
Do not worry, old man. I understand. And most of the folk out there can as well.
Can you hear the church bells ringing? Listen to what they say. Dick Whitterton is returned to Bristol to be president of Probus one day.
Hooray!
Come on, Dick. Sing us a song. We can celebrate all day. And all our friends can come and join us on our wedding day.
Our story ends and good prevails. It always does in fairy tales. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Probus on Christmas time. Definitely. After the musical extravaganza that we had, or the interlude, shall I say, the musical interlude that we had last year, if you remember. Can you remember that one?
Yes, we do.
Best forgotten, really. They decided that they would put on something a little bit special, and I'm sure that you will agree that that was.